Game Freak introduced a new concept to us here in Generation 6 that at first I really wasn't too fond of. Over the time though, I've grown to love it because I got to take my old classic Pokemon and grow them even further. And then with Generation 7 being announced of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, I can't stop thinking and brainstorming all new ideas on what evolutions I want and Mega Evolutions and things I want to see in this new generation. So that being said, here are 10 Mega Evolutions that I would love to see here in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Starting off at number 10 is Primeape. Primeape was one of my favorite Pokemon introduced in Generation 1, and I love to use him even though he wasn't so great. He honestly learned some pretty good moves, but his stats are so underdeveloped and in very good need of a Mega Evolution. When Game Freak was in development of Primeape, they basically just put a pig and a monkey and slapped it together and then basically gave it some acid, and there you go, you have Primeape. In my opinion, if you gave Primeape a Mega Evolution, it would just really completely just boost his attack and speed and make him a sweeper. I figured he would keep the same type. I thought about giving him Dark type, which would get rid of Psychic, yes, but it also makes Fairy quad effective, and that's not so good since Primeape's defense is very low. Lastly, I would change his ability to No Guard. Since he is a sweeper, it would be able to land several good hits in the very beginning of the fight. Hold up, little side note, if there's actually any competitive Wi-Fi battlers, like you're hardcore into it, and I say something that completely offends you because you are so stupid you're not a gamer, why would you say that? Do know, I am not a veteran in Wi-Fi battles at all, so I am sorry if something sounds completely stupid. This is just something I think would be a great addition to the Pokemon if they were to get Mega Evolutions such as abilities and type change. So hopefully I set you guys at ease and I can sleep tonight knowing that I didn't piss off any Wi-Fi battlers and try to prove myself that I'm some professional Pokemon player, because I'm not, yeah. Now on for number 9, ARBOK. Now this Pokemon began to gain some attention whenever it became on Team Rocket's in the original anime of Pokemon. Although I have never really used ARBOK a lot, I do believe he should earn a Mega Evolution, and this is what I believe it would be. ARBOK already belonged to the Dragon type egg group, so I believe it would turn into a Poison and Dragon type. Also given the new ability, Adaptability, giving it 100% more damage if it uses a Poison or Dragon type with Stab. That making it one ultimate Dragon. Poison canceling out Fairy type, and then Dragon type moves doing 100% more damage on other dragons. Lastly, giving it its stat boost, I believe it should have an attack boost, special attack, and speed. I think everyone would enjoy to use this Pokemon, and I believe when it should Mega Evolve, it should turn into its shiny form. One giant gold cobra, maybe with 2 or 3 heads, becomes a Hydra or something. Number 8, CRESSELIA. This one kinda goes without being said. It is literally the goddess of moon, and it's Pokemon Sun and Moon. This Pokemon needs a Mega Evolution. And yes, its stats may already be very good, but so is Mewtwo's, and Mewtwo's got 2 Mega Evolutions, so we can deal with it. Just slap on the Fairy type and then give her a huge speed boost and special attack boost. Her defense is already so good as well as her special defense, and then bam, you have one OP Pokemon. I mean, I really don't even have to say much. She already knows Moonblast, so she already knows a lot of Fairy type moves, so everything makes sense. I guarantee you it'll happen. Number 7, another obvious one, SOLROCK and LUNATONE. And we're gonna put these together because we all know they're gonna be getting Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I will be shocked if they don't. Solrock turning into a Fire and Rock type. I mean, it is a sun and it doesn't have a fire type, which confuses me. So basically it turns into a bigger sun and has fire type. Maybe not a bigger sun, but yeah. Also just give it huge power or blaze or something. I don't know. I mean, the power of the sun, huge power, it makes sense. Give it some attack boost. Also with that attack boost, pretty much just kind of boost everything. I mean, its stats literally suck. So just literally just tack on a lot of stuff, you know, mainly some attack, some special attack, make it useful. And then you had Lunatone over here turning into the moon spirit from Avatar, and it just becomes water and fairy or something like that. Yeah. Well, maybe not that, but pretty much give it the same typing and moves and stuff. It just kind of balance it out too, because these Pokemon are literally useless, and we're going into a game called Sun and Moon, and they need to be used at least a little bit. Number 6. LUXRAY. LUXRAY, however you want to say it, I don't know, but this Pokemon was one of the most disappointing Pokemons in Generation 4 for me. It looks so freaking awesome, but his stats, compared to his looks, are terrible. And this may be biased, but I love this Pokemon. I even have a little Shinx somewhere here in my room. I mean, he's mainly not that great because his physical attack is way higher than his special attack, which isn't so great for a electric type Pokemon. I mean, basically all he has is Wild Charge and Thunder Fang. And then his speed isn't that good, which makes no sense because he looks like he would actually be a pretty agile creature. His stats are very similar to Manectric here from Generation 3, and Manectric got an Omega Evolution and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so it's freaking Luxray's turn. Just increase his physical attack a little bit, his special attack a lot, and then his speed, and then throw on the Dark type because it already looks like a Dark type Pokemon, and then that'll help with Crunch and stuff, and then keep the same ability, and he is a good Pokemon. Number 5, MILOTIC. This one I was shocked that we did not get in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because it's already a really good Pokemon, a fan favorite, and it really deserves a Mega Evolution. Basically, I would turn him into a Water and Fairy type, giving him stuff like Moonblast and stuff, and then completely boost up his special attack and speed, which really makes him good against like dragons and stuff. Tack on like the ability Magic Bounce stuff, and you have a great Mega Evolution for MILOTIC. There's not that much more that needs to be said. There's so many different move combinations. This would be just a tremendous Pokemon to use. And I know that I said ARBOK needs multiple heads, but this would really make sense because it's like a Water Hydra Dragon type thing, even though it's not a dragon, it's a fairy type. But still, I mean, it belongs in the dragon type egg group, so becoming a Hydra would make sense. That would be a great kind of look for MILOTIC. Number 4, ARCANINE. And a little bias coming in, a little warning, because this is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Probably top 5, top 3. I love this Pokemon, and he is not the best. Yet. He's very similar to Luxray in the department of high physical attack and low special attack, but his speed is actually really high. And what I would really do with him is just boost up his special attack and speed. And I know I say speed a lot because speed is useful, and I really haven't done any like tank type Pokemon. Most of mine have been, you know, more aggressive type Pokemon, and that's why I've really increased speed so much. And I mean, who doesn't like speed? I mean, I know I do. But I'm going to go even a step further with Arcanine because, I mean, he knows extreme speed, and it's the first Pokemon I ever saw use extreme speed, so I'm giving him the ability Speed Boost. Boosting up his special attack and his speed, and having Speed Boost and his attack already being pretty good makes him a very good aggressive Pokemon. I would keep him the same Fire type. I tried to think of different things to add to him, but nothing really made sense, so I think I'm just going to keep him with Fire type. Number 3, Farfetch'd, and I do want to say that I actually got this idea from reading a comment from a viewer on one of my past top 10s, so I mean, your guys' comments really do make an effect on me, and I really like this guy's idea on adding a Leaf Sword to Farfetch'd, because Farfetch'd, let's be honest, really needs some kind of boost, some kind of evolution, something, because he's kind of useless right now. I've seen a couple fan arts, and I imagine him being dark and flying. He already learns like Night Slash and stuff in Brave Bird, and then just kind of boost up a lot of his stats, you know, kind of balance him out, but then mainly his like attack and special attack and stuff like that, and he becomes a great Pokemon actually. And I was thinking about giving him Speed Boost, but I don't want to just stack that on everybody because it's a very OP ability, to be honest, and I don't want to make things too overpowered that I want as Mega Evolutions, but I do want him actually useful, so I imagine giving him something like Magic Bounce or something like that, or something that like just raises his attack for like Brave Bird and Night Slash. I mean, right now, he's just kind of one of those Pokemon that are just left behind that are never even thought about using. I mean, some of you may use him, I never really have. He's just one of those Pokemon that get left in the dark, pun intended, he's gonna be, you know, dark type and stuff. But yeah, he can come back into Sun and Moon and actually be useful. I mean, I would like to see that. And now for number 2, but before we go any further, I do want to say these are not in any particular order. I just kind of want all 10 of these. But for number 2, we have YANMEGA. I mean, the dude literally has Mega in his name, and the Japanese way is Mega Yanma, so it makes plenty of sense. Plus, if we actually evolve him, he's from a dragonfly, so I would imagine him being like Bug and Dragon. We are yet to have that, so that would be really cool. By him becoming Bug and Dragon takes away a lot of the weaknesses that he has at Bug and Flying, like Electric and Fire. For his ability, it really doesn't need to change. Like I said, Speed Boost is really overpowered, so we can just keep it that. But for his stat boost, I think it should be Attack, Special Attack, and Speed. This Pokemon would be incredible. And now for number 1, probably the most predictable one on this list, probably the most disappointing Pokemon that we did not get a Mega Evolution in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and that is FLYGON. And you know, I really don't care if this is an original or anything. I want a Mega FLYGON. I don't care if it's the same type, the same ability, just increase its like speed and attack or something, attack and special attack. I really do not care right now. I just want a Mega FLYGON. Biased or not, I want a FLYGON. I mean, I've reached the point of feeling like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the classic movie Jingle All the Way as he wants a Turbo Man doll. I just want FLYGON. Just please, Game Freak. His stats are already really good, and with Generation 3 being my favorite generation, obviously this is one of my favorite Dragon Pokemon. He's Dragon and Ground, that's why I really don't want to change it. I like that combination. And this one pretty much goes without being said. A lot of people thought he was actually going to be in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, including myself, and I was literally shocked when he wasn't, more than a Milotic. I just really assumed that Flygon would have got a Mega Evolution. He really doesn't even need a lot of big stat boosts, but just give him some more attack and some speed, which he already has really high of, and he's a great dominant Pokemon. Hopefully Game Freak learned their lesson. In Generation 7 there will be a Mega Flygon along with these other Pokemon that I really like on this list. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this, top 5s, Nuzlocks, versus anything you can think of. And hopefully you guys didn't disagree with me too much and agree with something on this list, but comment below what you would like to see as Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like I said, I will be doing a series probably soon called Community Choice Top 10s. Basically where I read your guys' comments, I like what I see, kind of like what I did with FARFETCHD, and I talk about it in the video and I feature you in the video. As always guys, thanks for hanging out. I hope to see you guys in another video. This is not just a channel, it's a family. I'll see you guys around.